Yes, the viewers, I'm right here in Karoo. I told you I'm coming to South Africa, though I came for my other goat business, but I got my other best interests. And here we are, like for guys who does feedlots in South Africa. These guys have done it. You get, they do feedlots, then after the feedlot, they slaughter, they pack. They have a very good supermarket. Very good supermarket. So these people are completing the chain. They feedlot for themselves, though they also outsource. And then after feedlotting, they also slaughter. Then after slaughtering, they pack, and then they sell to the final consumer. And that would be our dream. Look, I told you a long time ago that feedlot is not all about housing, but it is what you're feeding an animal and where you're taking that animal as a value addition. So where we are right now, this is a feedlot for Karoo, Lucerne. I think that name Lucerne came from that grass called Lucerne, yes, or alfalfa. Alfalfa. Guys, do you hear what I always tell you? I've said this many times that Lucerne is a gold grass, and people, we don't understand it. These people have made that name to be again another proud. Madam, you're welcome. Thank you. In this place. I want you to talk to my viewers, because I've said this many times that we are not completing the chains in our country, and you've really helped us and accepted us to come and see what you do. Yes. It's amazing. That's what I can tell you. Thank you. And I wish Ugandans could understand this. Not only Ugandans, because I'm seen by Europe, where all over the world. This madam, she's the manager of the feedlot. She will introduce herself to you and what she's going to give us. I'll be asking her the questions that you always ask me. I've really talked with her just in a few minutes. She was able to narrate a lot of things. A lot of knowledge she has in the head. I really need to take piece of it. Madam, can you introduce yourself, like your name?
Sure, anytime. My name is Monique Dawson. I work for a company called Karoo Lucerne in South Africa. We're an agricultural based business. We've got 16 divisions of the company, which feedlotting is of course one of them.
Wow. Now, where we are, this is the feedlot, and these are the animals that are these animals ready to be slaughtered? What do you consider if you want to select animals? Because in our country, we look at an animal that doesn't go below 200 kilos. Okay. Thinking that if we feed that animal can be able to attain. But if you get that is less, it will use our feed into growth. Yes. That's what we have in our area. I don't know what you have here. Which kilos are you looking at, so, and which breeds?
We do just about any breed. We don't do a lot of milk breeds, but we do milk crosses. We believe in hybrid vigor, so a cross breed always, outperforms its solid owner or its solid mother. So crossing breeds are quite good. So yeah, we do just about anything. As you can see, we like Bonsmaras, beefy breed, Angus, that type of thing. A bit of Nguni crosses do also quite well. We look at young animals just after being weaned, around 250 to 300 kilograms. So we want the growth, because with growth comes muscle. So the most important thing for us is a highly adapted animal that knows feed and can use energy and protein sufficiently to grow and to add weight. We feed about 5 months, 3 to 5 months, up until a 550 kilogram carcass or live weight, and then we slaughter out about 59 to 60% of that carcass.
Wow, that's very nice. So they even put electricity here so that these guys don't jump to go off. You get it? What do you feed these animals on? Basically, because that's what we want. Look,
when the animals enter the feedlot, it's quite important to just clear them of any sicknesses. That's the most important thing. An animal needs to be clean when it comes in. So we need to deworm it, vaccinate it, and get it adapted to our feed as soon as possible. We feed high energy, high protein rations. More energy, more weight. We still need sufficient fiber length to simulate the rumen. If the gut is not happy, the animal is not happy. So yeah, we feed a lot of maize, corn, high density corn or high density energy, low quality roughage. You can come to the side if you want to grab a bit.
This is electricity.
Yes, don't shock.
I think you see what the lady is explaining. I can see a lot of these are like straws.
Yeah,
and then I can see some corn.
Low quality.
It's a brown corn. Then some other grasses.
No, so we only feed straw. We put a bit of straw in, a lot of maize, and then we do a protein concentrate as well.
Okay.
Urea and things included in that, obviously. So we want to feed the animal as cheaply as possible, but as effectively as possible. So it's a high quality ration.
Okay.
It is expensive, but we want the animal to put on weight as soon as possible. So it has to gain weight
as much as possible. Now, if I might ask you, what is the average weight gain in these animals in the feedlot per day?
We don't want to go below 1.5 kilograms gross a day, so we aim for 1.7, and then in the last month we go up until 2 kilograms a day.
So you mean when an animal has just entered in the feedlot, it gains less because it's getting adapted?
Yes.
Then at the end it's used and it is consuming everything very well.
And then we can up our ration as well. So the ration keeps changing as the animal adapts. So in the beginning we adapt them with extra straw, extra lucerne with the ration to get them used to the ration for about 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, once they enter, we weigh them. After 2 weeks, we weigh them again to see that they made up the weight they lost during traveling and transports and all the stress of the new environment. As soon as they regained all their weight, they're ready to be adapted, or then to go to the next process. We feed them like a starter ration that's a bit lower in energy, so we don't upset the rumen and the gut function. And then as they adapt and performance, gets boosted or whatever, then we adapt the ration. We make it a hotter ration. We put in more energy, higher quality proteins and things like that.
Yeah, I think now you understand. If an animal is just put in the feedlot, it has stress, really is getting adapted to the new feeds, because some of them come from wherever they come from and they're feeding on this fresh grass. So now here we are introducing them to the dry grass, but also with high concentrates.
Yes.
So that they can attain more. That's very nice. What is here? Is this also another animals for? So the quality of the meat, it depends on what? On the breed of an animal. Like some people say that Angus has a very good meat. It has marbling. What is really causing all that? Is it the feed or the breed of the animal?
You know, what we always say is when the skin is off, you can't tell the breed apart. So breed does have an influence. It goes about your carcass quality. The fat distribution is important. The age of the animals is important. But I would say what goes into the animal is the most important thing. Feed determines how the muscle grows and what carcass you get. So we're looking at depth of an animal, how broad the shoulders are. The broader an animal, the more meat it can carry, the more weight it can carry, the better the carcass it can be. So indigenous breeds like Pure Ngunis, they've got a smaller build, a smaller frame. They can't put on as much weight. So their carcass is not fat. Their carcass is normally got a badder or a leaner build, let's say it lean, then something like this. An Angus calf is broad. It makes a bigger carcass. So we want obviously more meat, better fat distribution. Yes, marbling is nice, but if you take Angus, a Bonsmara cross, a Hereford cross, these will all slaughter out to about the same type of carcass.
Wow, that's very nice. Guys, if you happen to come to South Africa, don't go back minus visiting Karoo, Lucerne. I know you'll get a lot of ideas about cattle feedlot. So right here, we just wanted to show you where we are feeding these animals from. This is where they are doing their feedlots. I think you can see the line of feedlot. I think they line up down the other side. It's very, very simple, but very, very important. The important part of it is just the knowledge and what you're supposed to give to an animal. Me, what I've understood in her words, the breed is important and the feeding is very important in the feedlot. So when you're thinking about a feedlot and you think every animal that you see, you're going to put it in the feedlot, you're going to end up in the loss. So my dear, we want to take you now. We are going to where they assemble these animals from, the new animals that they come. Actually, there is one thing I wanted you to also explain to me, because for us in our country, you can hardly find a person having a feedlot of around 5,000. The feedlot I made, I think it's the biggest so far for my client. I made it for my client, and we stock 2,000 animals per time. But we are not breeding them ourselves. The farm that we breed from, we always select few that are not qualifying for breeding, then we put them in the feedlot. But the rest of the animals, we buy them from other outgrowers. How do you do it here? Do you also get from outgrowers, or?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. We also source our own, or we also breed our own animals. We breed purely for commercial properties, or we don't breed to sell off a breed of animal. We breed to stock our feedlot, because there's money in stocking a feedlot. There's no money in just breeding for breeding. A pretty animal.
Wow.
So we do breed our own animals, and then we also buy from local farmers in our area. We don't like buying from too far, because the animals, the farther they travel, the more they stress. So we outsource. We try to support local farmers in our area. So if you've got 3 cows and they have 3 calves a year, you want to sell those calves to us, we buy them. And I think that also empowers our community around us to keep on farming, because they have a sale point for their animals. Because a lot of larger feedlots only take in a link of animals at a time. They only want 600 sheep at a time, or 50 or 100 head of cattle at a time. So the smaller farmers that only
also
have
combine.
3 or 5 or 10 cows,
they bring,
they can also bring, and we stock them all.
In my country, there is a feedlot, there is a slaughter abattoir they made, and it really collapsed because there was no people supplying to them.
Yes,
it had no attachment to the farmers. Which attachments do you have to the farmers? Do you have any help? Do you give them? Do you give them some knowledge? How do you make sure that these guys really sell to you? Because I think there is some people around also doing the same business in South Africa.
It's important to always have a connection to the farmer, because the farmer is the guy that supplies us in order to supply the customer that buys that packet of meat in the supermarket. So we support our farmers on various levels. We also buy feed from them. Our main business is lucerne, so we buy a lot of lucerne, other roughages, things we use for ourselves and we sell off again. So we support them by buying their feed. We also then obviously take in all of their animals as often as they can deliver. We pay good prices for the guys that keep on supporting us, and we support them. And then we have a few projects that we also help upcoming farmers. We teach them how to farm with lucerne, when to cut it, what to bale, and then we also buy back those bales from them.
Perfect.
So,
so that means, dear our viewers, these people are really working with the community, because that helps you to bond up with that community. You become friends. They take care of you. They think about you, because you also think about of them. So this is, I think, my piece of advice from me, that if you're starting up a project, make sure that there is something you're helping the community around you. Instead of fighting it up, you better bring it close. I know people are not easy, but still learn how to deal with it. So now we are going to go up where we are receiving the animals from, see what these guys do when the animals come up. We have a view of which kind of animals actually they stock in, and what do they do to them. Then after there, I think she will allow us to go to also the sheep area, because they also do feedlot for the sheep, and she'll also show us, and then also just a brief of where they are doing their meat from. How do they line it up? How do they cut it? I saw something very, very important. I think let's move, and we shall keep you updated. These are the newly brought in animals. So I think these guys even they slaughter these animals that have gotten challenges in breeding, what. So they bring them. I think you can see they are slightly bony, but they are carrying a very big frame. So if they put it on the feedlot, definitely it will bring out very, very good size. Being that they are fully grown already, but they only need nutrients to feed up their muscles on. I think this will make for them very good business, probably, because this is very nice. It's a very good size. So what these guys do, they do very simple feedlot. I think you can see they are putting in less money, but they put electricity. I think you can see. So these bulls cannot try and disorganize the rest to run away. You see their facility?
It's
very good. Right now where we are, I think this is your receiving area. Can you tell us what exactly you're doing here? Because I can see a restraining weighing scale, locks the animals. I can see fire there. You also do the branding?
Yeah, so this is where we process all our animals. It's important to clean up an animal as intensely as you can if you have a feedlot. We don't know where all the animals always come from. We don't know what they've eaten. We don't know have they been vaccinated, have they not been vaccinated. So even if you buy from buyers you know, it's still important to clean them off and to make sure that all the energy you put in their feed gets used to build muscle and not to fight any disease or things like that.
Oh, so guys, this restraining system, what she was trying to explain to us, for those that have not understood it, they can't allow their animal inside the farm minus cleaning it up, because they are picking it from the outgrowers. Just to feed them up, they put on the muscles and they sell them off. So here, this is where they do all their work. Worming, vaccination, tagging, and a lot of things. Thank you so much. I think this is really very, very good. And I think my people can understand. Restraining system is the key. I think you can bring closer. They can learn something here. You see the weighing scale, when an animal comes in, they open here, it comes in, then when it's going out, they lock it in. It even has where they can be locked in. So there, you're taking care of your workers, they are not broken. And this is a branding. I think we have this in the country. You can see the dewormers, the same dewormers that we use. Thank you so much, and I'm really very happy. I think we can go to the sheep.
All right.
We have a look at the sheep and everything, but this is really a great job. We are really very happy. Thank you so much. I think let's go to the other section and also see. They are going to show us their way of doing silage and also the hay. So here you use a tractor to do this?
Yeah, so we normally make silage from oats and from lucerne, normally the first cuts of the season. So it's got a lot of grasses and things in between, so it's not going to make a very good hay bale. So what we do is we bale it, we add some fermenting stuff in there. We call it briestop. It gets baled, wrapped, and then stored with this plastic wrap. So it can stand a year, 2 years, and the animal can still feed it. And it can stand outside. It doesn't have to stand inside a shed.
Wow.
Because it's protected.
Because for us, when we're doing silage in our place, we always look at this place. We bring a chopper, we take it through the chopper, roll it down, we compact, then put a polythene. But this, I think this is a simple way, but very expensive, not so?
It's not as expensive as normal silage that you do with choppers and things like that. No. So this is basically, we bale them as you would any other hay.
On a tractor?
A tractor and a baler.
Okay.
You bale them while they're green. They can be a bit wet. You wrap them. That's it.
Oh.
It gets stored.
So it's this.
Yeah, this is when it's
basically.
opened. You can smell that.
Yeah, very well.
Lovely sour silage.
And it's very soft.
Yeah, it's soft. It's got obviously a high moisture content. But it's very nice, especially to feed cows that need to adapt because it keeps their tummy on, going.
Oh, they're even tasting very nice, like sweet.
Yes, it's sweet. They absolutely love it.
And this, what is this? I've seen a lot of this actually in your country, and I saw a lot of trucks carrying this.
This is tefe. This is not the nicest bales. But yeah, this is tefe. The horse people absolutely love tefe. It's a very fine grass. It's almost like a Rhodes grass. You can see there. It's got high seed quality. It's got low energy and moderate protein. So for horse people, this is gold. We absolutely love feeding it to horses. It also gets included into some sheep feeds, but it's got a very fine grass. So it does very well for horses.
So they also crush, do you feed it like this or you crush it into a small particle?
For horses we feed it just like that. You can crush it as well. And then you can also use it in other feedstuffs as well. You can use it for beef or for cattle. You can use it for sheep as well, and you can crush it. They do use this crushed in pellets as well, just to buff up a pill if they make pellets for sheep feed and stuff like that as well. Yeah.
Wow. We've got a senior here. He's explaining a lot of things, and I really, really thank her because we really need this information. Like we people who are just coming up, the reason why I came here, I needed to meet these experts that have done this for quite some time. They have done something visible that you can even see. So for us, we have a lot of grasses that are on the sides of our roads. But you know, what people do, they just burn them. So I advise them, instead of burning it, let's find a way how we can make it useful. I know you people, your place is too dry, and even having grasses which are too long, it's almost not there in your country. So you only have short grass. Lucerne, I've seen your Lucerne cannot even make a meter. In my country, I can do Lucerne which makes a meter up to here, just within 3 weeks. It is on that level. It's fertile and everything, but still we don't even have enough. So my dear, I think thank you so much. Let's go to the other side and then we see. Yeah, so this side round we are on the sheep section, and this is their restraining system, I think, for a sheep. They come in here, and this is, I think she can explain to us, is this their weighing scale?
Yeah, this is a scale, so it's basically a little crawl and then they come into the race. The scale is electronic and works with air pressure.
Okay.
So here they line up before going into the scale. The scale then gets set automatically into our age groups that we class the animals in, and it sorts it with 3 different gates according to weight, or 5 gates, I think it's 5, yeah. So the animal goes in, one stands and waits here, the rest stand outside. As soon as it goes in, the electronic tag, so we all use electronic tags in both the cattle and the sheep. It's got a unique number for each animal. We can keep record of that animal throughout its lifetime. So every time we weigh it, the data gets added to that animal's ID. So it scans the ID. As soon as the animal enters, it weighs it, it sorts it, it classes it, and the next one goes in. So it's a very quick and easy process.
So you heard that they are using electronic tags. Electronic tags, you said you tag an animal, you enter its data on the initial.
Yes.
Then the rest of the weighing just adds on automatically.
It just adds on, yeah.
Does it also tell you how much it has fed?
Yeah, you can, there's a range of data points that you can enter yourself. So you can enter the feed quality, the feed quantities you put in. You can keep record of reproduction, how many times it's mated, did it lamb or did it calf, what the dates were. You put in the dates of weighing, of processing sheep, you know, the vaccines you use. So it's quite a handy tool. And then every time you weigh it, it automatically works out the average daily gain of that animal, how much, you know, it's its weight has changed. And if you see a positive trend that's above board with what you're feeding it, well done. If it's negative, you can identify that specific animal that's costing you money and then sell it off.
So you've had, I think let's move to the feedlot itself, because it's a lot of technology here. So an animal, when you enter the data, it can automatically be showing you. Just imagine, isn't it too expensive for you to buy that kind of tag? What could be the relative cost of that tag?
Initially, it is expensive. So obviously to get your system up and running, it's about 150 to 300,000 rand, depending on your scale and stuff that you work with.
Yeah, so should we go to?
Yeah, we can go in here, that's fine.
Okay.
And then, yeah, the tags are about 15 to 20 rand per tag, but what's nice is you can reuse the tag.
So whichever animal you put in, you can ably be changing it.
Yeah,
like
so
if you're going to slaughter this, you remove your tag and then give it another animal.
You clear it up and then you give it another animal.
Wow, that's very nice. Oh, that's very beautiful, because I was wondering how you can spend all that money, and on top of spending all that money, you again slaughter the animal just within that period of days.
You see, you obviously make your money back if you can identify the animal that does not make you money, and you cull that off or you sell it off. Just by doing that, you're already justifying.
Now, Madam, I would like you to explain to me, what is this? Because for us in our country, we are thinking about of doppers all the time.
Yeah.
So what are these? I can see they are not doppers.
No, there's one dorperkie in between there. So this is a bit of a mixed race, mixed batch of sheep.
Okay.
That one, most of them, that's a bit of sheared sheep. They are about Duny Merino crosses.
Merino, yes.
Yeah, it's more a Duny Merino. The one with the horns over there is more Merino. You see they've got thinner legs and a more woolly body. But these are more Duny Merino crosses.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a bit of that one with the white face over there.
Yes.
That's a Dormer. So it's also more a meat breed cross, but it also has a bit of wool. So yeah, we like, crosses that provide us good quality fleece and good quality meat as well.
So now, I was asking, these sheep that you have, how long do you keep them in the feedlot? And do they also make money? Do people eat a lot of sheep here?
Yes. It's the Klein Karoo. We love sheep. We keep them between 55 and 65 days. So it's quite a fast cycle, which is nice. Each sheep, obviously, also when it comes in, we have to clean it off, make sure it adapts nicely. We also do adaptive feeding for 7 to 10 days with them to make sure the rumen is adapted fully.
Is this where they are feeding from? This the troughs?
Yeah, we feed on the inside. These are just the outside troughs. Yeah, it's an easy fix or a cheap source of making a feed trough. Obviously, you want to keep your insect costs as low as possible.
Now,
as much profit.
If I may ask you a question, how much does a sheep add on at least a day? Mostly these merino crosses.
The
roughly.
merinos do a little bit less. Duny merinos we work of around 250 to 350 grams. We want them above 300 grams for us to make money. And then the sheep that do really well, your meat breeds, some of the dorperkies, crosses like the the meat merino, the dormerkies as well. They do about 330 to 350 a day.
That's a good one. Now, what does a sheep eat per day? Have you ever tried to check it out?
Yeah,
in a feedlot?
So in a feedlot, we normally feed 3% of their body weight plus a day. So we feed ad lib. They can eat as much as they want. They can feed 3 times a day. The more you stimulate feeding, the more they feed, the more their intake is. So the more feed they get into their body, the better they grow. So they eat about between 900 grams to 1.5 kilograms a day, depending on the size and the weight of the animal.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So that means.
Yeah.
But now, after feeding these animals here, have you tried to find out what could be the profit margin per animal and like that?
Yeah, we work on roughly between 150 to 250 rand clean profit at the end of the day per head of sheep.
The way you say clean, it makes me smile because we always love clean things. So basically, so that means you invest in and you can get that. That's not bad. That's not bad. So when you're doing, why don't you do local goats? Local sheep. Like
we don't get them here.
Oh. So their muscles. What is their ratio of muscle, bone to muscle? Does it have a higher muscle as compared to the bone?
It depends. So the local sheep, it's a difficult question to answer. Each breed has their own, structural. I think depending on what you feed, how it's been fed. If it's all a feedlot sheep, it should have a good muscle to bone ratio. But there are certain breeds like meat masters and dorpers. They just have a better carcass conformation. The carcass is, broader. It's got more meat on. Then it's got a bigger, hind as well. So things like a dorper or a meat master or even a dormertjie, depending on the conformation of the carcass, you want more meat on the prize cuts. So we don't want long legs because what do you do with the leg when it's a carcass? You see?
Yes.
We want the rumps, we want the loin chops, we want the prize cuts, the high value, the expensive cuts. There we want to add more meat so that we can get more money out of the carcass.
Wow, I love this. Thank you so much. I think you're going to take us inside and we'll see what exactly is happening there. Guys, you've heard this. I don't want to repeat her words. My work is only to show you what you can do. Where can you invest your money? And how do you want to do it? They also have some birds, and I think in our country they do a lot of birds as well. So in other parts of the country, but these are new things that people really need to understand. Because what people think that feedlots don't make money, there is a lot of speculation over that. And if they see somebody very strong like you guys who are doing it, I think people will try to do more research about it. And we've learned on your research, so we have to give you a maximum respect on that. Thank you so much.
Right.
I think let's go and see where you're keeping your meats.
Perfect.
Just entering into the meat shop, and this is where we are. So we're entering into the meat shop, and this is what these guys do. Actually, they were ranked the best. Were you the best?
Yeah, we have just won the Cleavers Awards for the best butchery in South Africa and also in the Western Cape province in South Africa.
Wow. Who is amiss to be with you? I'm really so happy. So this is a supermarket that is dealing with meat, basically, and all the values. So you can take us through. Exactly.
Yes, sure. I think we can start at the lamb carcasses over there.
So you weigh it from here?
Yeah, so these are our own sheep that we have slaughtered. So everything is obviously feedlot sheep. That way we can ensure quality of the meats as well. There's no added hormones and funny business in the meat. We know exactly the quality of the meat because we've finished it ourselves. Slaughtered in town about 5 kilometers from here. We keep the stress low as possible so that the animals, just before they're slaughtered, we take them in the day before, they stand overnight and then they get slaughtered the next morning. So stress is low, so the quality of the meat is obviously better then.
Do you look at like now this carcass that you see, do you look at and say I need this number of kilos from one sheep? Do you limit the bigger the better?
No, not the bigger the better. Big carcasses don't sell as easily for whole lambs. So if we sell whole lambs, depending on the price, the client wants to pay or wants to buy a carcass normally between 20 to 22 kilograms. Not too fat, obviously. So fat distribution is very important. We go for A2s and A3s.
So how do you control the fat?
By the age and the feed they feed. So, and obviously the weight as well. So before we slaughter animals, we weigh them first. We know our sheep slaughter between 47 to 49% dressing percentage, which means that 47% of their live weight will be a carcass plus. So if we weigh them out at about 42 to 45 kilograms live weights, and then we know we'll be in spec for our carcass size.
So in your market here, do you also have people who take whole sheep?
Yes. We do whole carcasses, we do half carcasses, and then we cut them up the way you want them. We do chops, we keep the ribs whole, just the way you want them. We box them up and we sell them to you.
I can't wait to see the chops. I think you can show us. You also do even the breads, or?
Yeah, we do a bit of value-added products as well, some bread and some products from the local market. So we do olives and sauces and things like that.
Oh, so these are the chops that you guys do?
Yeah, so we do a range of meats. We do pork and chicken products as well, and then lamb, mutton and beef. We also do a few venison products. We do kudu and springbuck and things like that as well.
Oh, that's perfect. I can see. So that means here, instead of selling the cost they buy a goat at a sheep meats at these local other markets, it's not the same way they buy it here. It's slightly higher. Because this is a supermarket, no one to negotiate. Oh, I can come and negotiate, you reduce for me or something.
Yeah, but we keep our costs low because we have so many chains of the value-added chain, or so many links of it, we can keep the middleman out. So we don't have to pay anyone to buy the carcass because we buy it from ourselves.
Okay.
So we buy carcass in for lower, monetary value so that we can add more profit in that way. So we can keep our prices competitive and low for the public versus a supermarket that has to buy from another supplier. Yeah.
So is there anybody that regulates you to how much you can maybe charge?
No, but consumer at the end of the day regulates us because the consumer is he's not going to pay hundreds of rands more, and he has to come to our butchery than he is going to pay in town. So we have to keep our prices competitive. But yes, we pride ourselves on a quality product with quality packaging, and we can ensure the traceability of each of the cuts in our butchery.
So now, these are different cuts. I'm seeing all these. Is there any other that you do apart from these cuts, or you also have other value addition that you do, like maybe dry meat or
yeah, of course, we have to do all of it. So we do basic cuts, chops. It's like lamb, for instance. We do everything from stewing meat. We do chops. Loin chops is obviously a very nice braai cut. We do. We really try to do proper packaging as well. So it's important for us to keep the meat quality, in the fridge for as long as possible. So we do chops, we do braai chops, we do liver products, we do sausages, we do borscht, we do sausages, we do hams, we do smoked borscht, we do dried meat, we do biltong.
So these are dried?
Yeah.
I think we can get close and show
can.
us this, because this is not common in our country actually. So these are what? Dried?
This is biltong, so it's the dried silver sides and top sides of beef carcasses. So it's basically on the rump of the carcass. We spice it, we add some vinegar, it gets laid overnight, and then we dry it up. So it's one of the best treats in the country.
This is being number one in South Africa, it's not something simple. I'm telling you the truth, because this is a developed country and people are really, really very, very serious. So now, what are these ones?
So this is just some of the other value-added products. We do chili bugs, we do boerewors. It's like a dried sausage. South Africans absolutely love that. So yeah, we try to add value as far as we can.
So these other things, you brought them because you need your customers to be comfortable when they come in one-stop center. They're buying meat, but still they can get some other things. But your aim was not just to sell those other things, but because you want the customers to be comfortable. Wow. I really, really appreciate with my viewers. I think if there is something you would like my viewers to know, please tell it to them before we wind up, because I have to cut my flight back home in the bush, because I can't manage to be in this nice, beautiful place, but I would like to make it one time. Is there anything that you would maybe want these guys to know, or how do they locate you? Like here, do you have any trainings that you have on your farms if somebody wants to come and have hands-on? Or
first of all, we are obviously on all social media platforms. You can follow us at Karula Sterren or Karula Sterren Slaghuis on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and the whole lot. We do take a few students from time to time, and we're always open to people come and visit us. We love to burn, so we also go and visit other feedlots and other butcheries, and we like to engage ourselves with people that know more than us, because you can always learn something. I think that's something that...
So you welcome them, they'll be able to come and see you, visit you. Yes. Because some students might even want to come and maybe take industrial training from here, get the skills, they can help, but of course they will have to pay. Yes. Do you also take the students?
We've taken a few, but we're always open to that. So contact us.
I don't want to waste a lot of your time. I just need to say that this was my best time. I really loved this. And I think my viewers are also going to be very happy seeing it.
Yes, we hope
they will be emailing you. They are going to check your WhatsApp and everything. So let me wish you just the best. I love this, my viewers. This is what I have got for you, and I think it's really, really very good for you guys. And let's learn, because there is a lot of people there that would like to do the same. People have done it. They have made their monies. You see the life they are living. Just look at how she looks. That means everything is dollars. Let me just wish you the best and bye for now.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.